Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan, the YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some Pro Strategy Football 2021, 1972, Week 13. The Cleveland Browns, 7-5, travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, who are 7-5. Someone 7-5 will stay alive in the playoff hunt. Happy Halloween, as the Browns and Bengals battle for the playoffs, as well as the heart of the Hearts for Ohio here in Week 13. So this will be a pure computer sim. I will just be calling the game. We're at Riverfront Stadium. Cleveland has won the toss. They elect to receive. Clear skies. The Cleveland coach is Nick Skorich. The Cincinnati Bengals coach, a well-known name, the former owner and head coach of the Cleveland Browns, Paul Brown. So it's Browns-Bengals next up on the channel. Happy Halloween. Let's see who wins this one. Tribes Fan 879 is here at Riverfront Stadium. He says, "Let's go Browns." Check out that wonderful YouTube channel and his Colorado Rockies replay, Stratomatic Card and Dice. As they say in Pro Strategy Football, let's do this. Don Concraft to kick off for the Browns. Oh, so Cincinnati's receiving. And Parrish from the 3 takes it up 25-30, and he is brought down. So Concraft with the kickoff, a 26-yard return by Parrish. Kenny Anderson's under center. Don Trumpy's at tight end. Thomas and Myers are your wideouts. Johnson and Dressler, your split backs. Looks like a 4-3 set for the Browns. Anderson back to pass over the middle on a slant, incomplete. He was looking for Thomas, well defended by Scott. 2nd and 10 from the Cincinnati 31. Again, split backs. Anderson surveys the situation. 4-3 set. 2 deep zone, it looks like, for the Browns. Anderson gives it to Johnson, and Essex Johnson quickly gets through the hole for 4 yards. He is tackled by Jackson. It will be 3rd and 6 on the Cincinnati 35. I formation now. Dressler the up back. Essex Johnson behind him. 3-4 set for the Browns. Again, looks like a 2 deep zone. Anderson back to pass. Looking incomplete.
4th down.
As he was trying to hit Dressler out of the backfield. Garland on the coverage for the Bengals. 4th and 6. Lewis will punt for the Bengals. As Cleveland sets up for the return. Cleveland coming after it, but Lewis gets the punt off. Fielded at the 25 by Majors. He takes it out to the 30. And the Browns will start 1st and 10 on their 31. 13:54 left in the first quarter. Scott and Kelly are your split backs. Pitts and Hooker, your wideouts. The quarterback, we'll find out in a moment. Oh, Mike Phipps. It's Mike Phipps, excuse me. And we'll give you the tight end in a second. So Mike Phipps under center. Phipps pumps, throws to the middle. Incomplete.
2nd down.
Was looking for Kelly out of the backfield. Avery was on the coverage for the Bengals. Morin is the tight end. So 2nd and 10 for Cleveland on their 31. Phipps back to pass again. The youngster throws it up over the middle. Complete to Pitts.
1st down.
Gain of 14. 1st down. Casanova on the tackle. The safety for the Bengals. Cleveland moves the chains. 1st and 10 on the Browns 45. Browns come up to the line of scrimmage. Cincinnati in a 4-3. Looks like a 2 deep zone. Phipps gives it to Scott. Scott
2nd down.
goes counter left. No gain. Good job by the front 7 of the Bengals. 2nd and 10 on the Cleveland 45. Split backs for the Browns. Phipps barks out the signals. Phipps back to pass over the middle on a quick hitter.
Down.
Looking for his tight end, Morin. Incomplete. Good coverage by Craig of the Bengals. That will bring up 3rd and 10. Again, the Browns go split backs with Leroy Kelly and Bo Scott. Phipps looking, throws, complete to Hooker. It's going to be a big game. 25. Brought down at the 22. 33 yards. Phipps to Hooker. Casanova with the touchdown-saving tackle. Here is the replay in slow motion. Mike Phipps on 3rd and 10 hits Hooker right there. And Hooker was off to the races. Casanova takes him down from behind.
1st down.
1st and 10 for the Browns on the Cincinnati 22. So Phipps has 2 big passing plays, as Tribes fan 879 says Fair Hooker. That is his name, Fair Hooker. So many jokes there. Now it's Brown in the backfield with Scott. Phipps takes a snap and gives it to Brown. Brown's got a lot of running room. He gets down close to the 10, and an 11-yard gain for Brown. And no, that's not Jim Brown. At least it shouldn't be in 1972, unless someone made a mistake making the team. Beauchamp makes the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Cincinnati 11. They don't give him the 10-yard line. And Scott and Kelly are back in the backfield. Hooker and Pitts your wideouts. Morin is the tight end. Mike Phipps under center. 4-3 set for the Bengals. Phipps gives it to Kelly up the middle.
2nd down.
Kelly struggles for 2, brought down by Reed. It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the Cincinnati 9. Staggered backfield. Scott the up back. Leroy Kelly behind him. Phipps looking to pass. Throws it to the flat to Kelly. He gets
3rd
within.
down.
Picks up 4. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Let's see where they spotted at the Cincinnati 5. I thought he got a little closer than that. They moved the ball back a bit. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 from the Bengal 5. 4 wide out set for the Browns as they try to stretch out this Cincinnati Bengal defense. Hooker and Richardson to one side. Pitts and Starroba to the other. Leroy Kelly, the lone back. Watch out for the delayed handoff to Kelly. 4-3 set. No safety. Looks like it's man-on-man coverage, possibly. Phipps, quick hitter, incomplete. He tried to hit Pitts to the out, well defended by Craig. It's going to be 4th and 4. That will bring up Don Concraft, the straight-ahead kicker. This should be a short one. Let's see if Concraft can boot it through and give Cleveland a 3-0 lead. Nelson to hold. Concraft, the straight-ahead kick. It looks good to me.
It's good.
And it is. 3-0 Cleveland. Moni G is here. And she says, just a quick hello, Al and friends. Thank you very much, Moni G. Hope all is well. God bless you. And as always, peace. Happy Halloween. Philip Reynolds says, go Bungles. So that was a 22-yard field goal for Concraft. Puts the Browns up 3-0. 10 plays for Cleveland, 64 yards. Took 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Concraft to kick off with 9:43 left in the first quarter. Fielded at the goal line by Parrish. 10, 15, 20. And he's brought down at the 20. Good coverage returned by the Browns. So 1st and 10 for Cincinnati. Anderson under center. Trumpy's the tight end. Dressler and Johnson are your split backs. Thomas and Myers your wideouts. 4-3 set. Man-to-man. And it's a run out wide. Essex Johnson barely gets 2 yards. He's brought down by Briggs. 2nd and 8 now for the Bengals. Anderson, quick hitter to Thomas.
3rd down.
Quickly slants to the middle, picks up 6. Tackled by Andrews of the Browns. That will leave 3rd and 2 for the Bengals. Again, the Bengals go split backs, except it's Phillips and Dressler now. Essex Johnson out of the game. 4-3 set. Looks like a two-deep zone for Cleveland. I'd be playing man-to-man here. Anderson gives it to Phillips, and he is kiboshed. Phillips will lose a yard. The down four linemen of the Browns did an excellent job there. Briggs and company with the stop, and it is now 4th and 3. Lewis to punt for a second time. The Bengals offense stymied. Lewis gets the punt off. Angle towards the sideline. Majors takes it out close to the 35. There's a 41-yard punt for Lewis. Browns take over 1st and 10 on their 36. 7:33 left in the first quarter. 3-0 Cleveland. Staggered backfield of Scott and Kelly. Pitts and Hooker are your wideouts. Morin's the tight end. Mike Phipps, the youngster, under center. Phipps pitches to Kelly. Kelly tries to take it out wide. He's going to lose yards. Avery and company brings him down. Great job by the Bengals front seven with the read and react. They were keying the run. Kelly loses a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11 under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Phipps of the Browns drops back. He's under duress and he is sacked.
3rd down.
Adams with the sack. Phipps had some time. He held on the ball a little too long, and he is brought down for a 7-yard loss. That will make it a 3rd and 18. 3 wide receivers set now for the Browns. Hooker and Richardson to one side, Pitts to the other. Phipps is in shotgun. Kelly next to him. Morin's your tight end. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Nickel. Looks like a nickel to me for the Bengals. Shotgun snap to Phipps. Phipps, hand off to Kelly. He gets around the outside, but he's going to be stopped short. 10 yards is 8 yards too short. Berge on the tackle, and Cleveland will have to punt the ball. And it's Concroft, who does the field goal kicking, is also the punter. Concroft with the punt. It's a short punt. Coming up to field it is Casanova. 5-yard return for Casanova on a horrible punt by Don Concroft. Shanked it off the side of his foot. So the Bengals, with 5:31 to play, have it 1st and 10 on their 41. They trail 3-0. I formation for the Bengals. Dressler and Johnson. Dressler's the up back. The wideouts are Thomas and Myers. Bob Trumpy at tight end. Kenny Anderson under center. 4-3 set. Looks like a two-deep zone for the Browns. Anderson back to pass. Back stay in the block. He's going deep. And he just overthrows Thomas. Both backs stayed in to give Kenny Anderson a little more time. But it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. 5:24 left in the first quarter. Anderson pitches to Essex Johnson. Johnson takes it wide.
3rd down.
Picks up 5 yards, tackled by the Browns. Garland. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now, with under 5 to play in the first quarter. 3-0 Cleveland. Bengals have it on their 46. Dressler goes out. Bowie moves into the slot. Essex Johnson, the lone setback. Kenny Anderson takes a snap, drops back, throws to the out, too high, incomplete. 4th and 5. Anderson was looking for Thomas. Well defended by Davis. Tried to get it over Davis's head, and it's incomplete. Here comes the punt team and Lewis once again for the Bengals. 3rd time they've had the ball. 3rd time they've had to punt. Lewis will try to get a good boot here and pin the Browns back. Lewis with the punt. It's going to be fielded on the 15. No return. Great coverage by the Bengals. So Mike Phipps takes over with the Cleveland offense. 1st and 10 on their 15. Brown and Scott are your splitbacks. Pitts and Hooker your wideouts. Morin is the tight end. Mike Phipps pitches to Brown. Brown does not get... Yes, he does get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain. On the tackle is Avery for the Cincinnati Bengals. 2nd and 10 under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. 3-0 Cleveland. Browns have it on their 15. 4-3 set, two-deep zone for the Bengals. That's what it looks like. Phipps gives it to Kelly. Leroy Kelly.
3rd down.
Minimal gain of 3. 3rd and 7. 4 wideouts set now for the Browns. Hooker and Richardson to one side. Pitts and Staroba to the other. The lone setback is Kelly. Mike Phipps barks out the signals. He's under center. I think the Browns moved. And movement. The penalty's on Cleveland. It'll now be 3rd and 12 on the Cleveland 13. They go back to the split backs, Cleveland does. Kelly and Scott. 2 wide out, 1 tight end set. 3-4 set for the Bengals. 2 deep zone, it looks like. Phipps rolls. Phipps throws. Incomplete. He cannot convert. He was looking for the tight end, Morin. Craig on the coverage. Here is the replay in slow motion. Phipps rolls out of the pocket to buy some time. He has all day in the world, but cannot connect up to his tight end. Led him a little too far.
4th down.
Captain Carl, how you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. 4th down, 3-0 Cleveland. Concroft will punt out of his own end zone. The Bengals have done their job. Cincinnati's offense should have good field position. Concroft's last punt was horrible, 26 yards. Concroft has it. Bengals coming after it. He gets the punt off. It's a better one than the prior punt. Casanova fields it. Only picks up 2 yards. Great coverage by the Browns on that punt. But Cincinnati has it 1st and 10 on their 46. Thomas and Myers are your wideouts. Trumpy is your tight end. Dressler and Johnson, staggered backfield. Kenny Anderson under center. Cincinnati's had the ball 3 times, and they have punt 3 times. Anderson rolls, looking, throws, complete to Myers, first down. That was a nice medium pass on the out to Myers, gain of 16. Darden with the tackle for the Browns. Cincinnati, 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 38. They trail by 3. 2:31 left in the first quarter. Here comes a blitz. Essex Johnson runs right into the blitz. It was an all-out blitz for the Browns. Johnson struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, under 2 to play. Split backfield now for Cincinnati. Kenny Anderson looking for a big play here. Browns with a 4-3, and the defensive line is slid over towards the tight end side. Looks like a 2-deep zone. Anderson gives it to Phillips, and he is kibosh for a 1-yard loss. The Browns win the battle at the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and 11 with 1:16 left in the first quarter. Cincinnati looking to convert here. Anderson back to pass. He throws to the middle.
Incomplete.
Off the hands of Myers. Darden was there disrupting the play. It is now 4th down and 11, and Lewis, for the 4th time, is on the field to punt here. And the Cincinnati fans are none too happy with that. He will try to pin the Browns back deep one more time. Lewis gets the punt off. They're coming after it. He's looking for the coffin corner. He's going to go out inside the 10. A 31-yard punt for Lewis. The Browns will start 1st and 10 on their 8. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Cleveland 3, Cincinnati nothing. Kelly and Bo Scott are your split backs. Pitts and Hooker, your wideouts for the Browns. Morin's a tight end. The youngster Mike Phipps under center. Phipps looking to throw. It's a flea flicker. He throws deep, and it's caught by Pitts. Holy cow. The Browns run the flea flicker. It's good to Pitts for 28 yards, and that will move the chains. Parrish makes the tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals. Here is the replay in slow motion. I thought it was play action, but he did give the ball to Kelly. Leroy Kelly tosses it back to Phipps, and Phipps lets it fly. Pitts with the reception, and Cleveland is out of the shadow of their own end zone. 1st and 10 for the Browns. 21 seconds left. They might not get a playoff here in the first quarter. Phipps will throw. Pumps. Throws to the out. Pitts has it.
2nd down.
Gain of 5. Parrish again on the tackle. And that will end the first quarter. So Cleveland's on the march. They lead 3-0. after a quarter of football. This is Week 13, 1972, Pro Strategy Football 2021. The winner stays in the playoff hunt. The loser is as good as gone. So Cleveland, with 102 yards of total offense and a field goal, they lead. Cincinnati, again, they punted 4 times in the first quarter, and you can see their total offense is 31 yards. We switch sides. Browns back on the field. Second and 5 on the Cleveland 41. Kelly and Scott are your split backs. Pitts and Hooker, your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. Mike Phipps under center. 4-3 set. And it looks like that line is over towards the tight end. 2 deep zone, it looks like. Phipps pitches to Kelly, and Kelly loses 4 yards as the Bengals come firing off the ball, destroy that outside run, and that's going to leave a 3rd and 9. So the Bengals come up big here. 3rd and 9. 4 wide out set for the Browns. Pitts and Staroba to one side, Richardson and Hooker to the other. Brown is the lone setback. Phipps back to pass. He's under duress and he is sacked. 7-yard loss. White got him, slammed him right down, and then stepped on him. This is 1972 football. That's perfectly legal, folks. So the Cincinnati Bengals defense, very unhappy after that flea flicker, come back quite angrily and crush the Browns offense. Don Concraft to punt. Concraft gets the punt off. The Bengals are coming after it. That's a decent punt. Fielded at the 30 by Casanova. Takes it out close to the 35. Bengals offense has punted 4 times. 13:38 left in the half. Cleveland 3, Cincinnati nothing. Split backfield of Dressler and Essex Johnson. Myers and Thomas are your wideouts. Don Trumpy's the tight end. Kenny Anderson under center. Anderson throws to the
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
2nd down.
Looking for Myers, well defended by Scott. 2nd and 10. The Cincinnati offense just cannot get on track. Again, split backs. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson. Johnson, a
3rd
quick
down.
cut. Then he accelerates for a 5-yard gain. A big 3rd and 5 here. Anderson will be in shotgun. Essex Johnson flanks him to a side. Myers and Trumpy to one side. Trumpy the tight end. Bowie and Thomas to the other. Shotgun snap for Anderson. Here comes the blitz. It's a screen. Incomplete.
4th down.
Had he been able to hook up with the speedy Essex Johnson, he had a lot of room and a convoy, but that blitz was all out and it was in Kenny Anderson's face. Here is the replay in slow motion. Anderson here comes the all-out blitz. Good God almighty. Had he hit Johnson,
4th down.
most likely would have picked up the 1st down. So 4th down, and Lewis will punt for a 5th time. Here's the punt by Lewis. Browns hoping for a good return. Majors gets it out past the 25. It's an 8-yard return for Majors on the 39-yard punt of Lewis. Cincinnati on the sidelines trying to regroup their offense and get something going next time they have the ball. So the Browns are up 3-0 with 2:40 to play in the first half. Single setback is Brown. Richardson is in the slot. Hooker and Pitts out wide. Morin's a tight end. Mike Phipps under center. 4-3 set. And it looks like it's man-to-man coverage to me for the Bengals. Phipps gives it to Brown. Brown takes it around the outside for a minimal 2-yard gain, tackled by Reed. Split backs now, Scott and Kelly. Phipps gives it to Scott. Scott again.
3rd down.
Goes to the right, and he picks up 3. Reed on the stop once again. So it's a 3rd and 5 now for the Cleveland Browns, who are up 3-0 with 11:27 left in the half. 3-4 man-to-man coverage. Could be a nickel. No, I think it's a 3-4 for the Bengals. Kelly the lone setback. Richardson in the slot. Phipps takes the snap. Back to pass. Pumps. Throws. Incomplete.
Fourth
He was
down.
looking for the diving Richardson. Well defended by Avery. And that will force the Browns to punt on 4th and 5. Here comes Don Concraft. It has been a puntapalooza here in Ohio between the Bengals and the Browns. Captain Carl H says Don Concraft didn't have a particularly strong leg, but he made a 57-yard field goal in 1972, then the longest in AFC AFL history. Thank you for the info, my friend. Here's the punt by Concroft, 3-0 Browns. Concroft gets the punt off. Cincinnati, maybe they get something here on special teams. And Parrish is brought down, 4-yard return. So Cincinnati's anemic offense back on the field. 5 punts for the offense. They're going to go with a single back, 3 wide out set with Bowie in the slot. Thomas and Myers out wide. Don Trumpy at tight end. You got to watch out for Trumpy. He's a very good tight end. Essex Johnson, excellent out of the backfield. Pitch to Johnson. Johnson hits the outside.
Second down.
Picks up 3, tackled by Jackson. 2nd and 7 on the Cincinnati 30. I formation. Dressler's the up back. Phillips is behind him. Kenny Anderson gives it to Phillips. He's got the first down and more. Great blocking by the Bengals. That's their best offensive play. It's a gain of 11. Lindsey on the stop for the Browns. 1st and 10 for the Bengals on their 41. 10:03 left in the half. They trail by 3. Split backs Johnson and Dressler for the Bengals. Dressler with the carry. Follows his blocking for 3 yards. It's now 2nd and 7 for the Bengals, under 10 minutes of play. Johnson back in the backfield with Dressler. Split backs. 4-3 set. Looks like a 2-deep zone for the Browns. Kenny Anderson's going to throw. He's under duress, and he is brought down. Anderson spinning backwards, trying to get away from the pass rush. He will lose 14 yards, and Paul Brown is going insane on the sideline. It will be 3rd and 21. Here is the replay in slow motion. Kenny Anderson trying to make something happen, trying to spin away from the pass rush. Instead, he loses 14 yards. Throw the ball away, Kenny. 3rd and 21. 3 wide receivers set. Thomas and Bowie to the top. Myers to the bottom. Trumpy's at tight end. Kenny Anderson hoping for a miracle in shotgun. Essex Johnson, the lone back, right next to him. 4-3. 4-3 for the Browns. Shotgun snap to Kenny Anderson. He pumps. He looks. He throws a deep out. Incomplete. Some miscommunication there. As he was looking for Johnson, no one was in the neighborhood. And here comes the 6th punt for the Bengals. Here's Lewis. His leg's going to be tired after this one. Lewis punts. The Browns were coming after it. He gets it off. Here comes Darden. Darden takes it close to the 30, only a 2-yard return. Browns will have it 1st and 10 on their 30. 8:33 left in the half. Mike Phipps under center, the youngster. Scott and Kelly are split backs. Hooker and Pitts your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. 4-3 set for the Bengals. 2-deep zone. It's a give to Kelly. Kelly up the middle, and he's close to the first down. He picks up 9 yards. The trap play worked to perfection as he sprung through it quickly, and it's now 2nd and 1. Berge on the stop. 2nd and 1. 7:58 left in the half. 3-0 Cleveland. Phipps pitches to Scott. Scott is close. Did he get it? Yes! He picks up the 1 yard necessary. Beauchamp on the stop. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Browns on their 40. 7:19 left in the half. Phipps back to pass. He throws a quick out to the tight end. Moore, and he's got the first down and more. He picks up 19 yards. He eluded 2 tacklers. Finally brought down by Parrish. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Browns. Let's watch that replay in slow motion. Phipps pumps, then throws the quick out to the tight end, Morin. He makes 2 Bengals. 3 Bengals miss.
First
Picks
down,
up 19.
injury.
First down for the Browns. And we had an injury there. Cincinnati's right cornerback, Ken Riley, is down. Kearney will come in at cornerback. So the Browns have it 1st and 10, looking to add to their 3-0 lead on the Cincinnati 41, 6:41 left in the half. Brown and Scott, your split backs. Hooker and Pitts, your wideout. Morin, the tight end. Mike Phipps under center. He takes the snap. Pitches wide to Scott. Scott gains the corner. It's a good run.
2nd down.
6 yards for Scott. Knocked out of bounds by the Cincinnati Bengals defenders. 6:12 left in the half. 2nd and 4. I formation now for the Browns. Scott's the up back. Leroy Kelly behind him. Play action. Phipps avoids a rush. Throws deep. And it's complete to
First
Scott
down.
out of the backfield. 20 yards. Here's the replay in slow motion. Play action. Phipps avoids the rush, then fires deep to Scott, who escapes out of the backfield. And that is a
First
gain
down.
of 20. First down for the Cleveland Browns on the Cincinnati 15. Concroft warming his leg up on the sideline. It's a handoff to Leroy Kelly.
2nd down.
And that off tackle went nowhere. 2-yard loss, in fact. Craig bust through and bust up that play. So it's now 2nd and 12 from the Cincinnati 17. Split backfield. Cleveland in a 4-3 man-to-man coverage, it looks like to me. Phipps back to pass and throws. Incomplete.
3rd down.
Phipps was looking for Pitts on what looked like a medium slant. So 3rd and 12, 4:49 left in the half. Cleveland trying to put more points on the board. They're up 3-0. Phipps pitches to Kelly. Kelly doesn't get
4th
much.
down.
Only 2. Good job by Avery and the Bengals defense. Ken Riley, we have an injury update. Ken Riley, the cornerback for the Bengals, is now available once again. And here comes Don Concroft. Nelson to hold. Bengals jumped. Concroft sends it through.
Good. Penalty.
Now, what will the Browns do here? Cincinnati is offsides. Cleveland declines. They keep the points on the board. 6-0 Browns. Don Concroft adds another field goal, 32 yards. The Browns went 9 plays, 55 yards, 4 minutes and 28 seconds. Cleveland 6, Cincinnati nothing, 4:05 left in the half. Both teams are 7-5. The winner stays in the playoff hunt with 1 week to go after this. The loser is as good as gone. Here's the kickoff by Concroft. Cincinnati has had the ball 5 times and punted 5 times. Parrish returns from the goal line. And 20, 25, a zigzag run for Parrish. Cincinnati takes over 1st and 10 on their 26. 3:52 left in the half. They have all 3 timeouts. Johnson and Dressler are split backs. Myers and Thomas, your wideouts. Trumpy's a tight end. Kenny Anderson under center. Anderson pitches to Essex Johnson. Johnson's got the first down and more. Takes it out close to the
down.
Cincinnati 40. Picks up 13 yards. Tackled by Davis. 1st and 10 on the Cincinnati 39. Kenny Anderson again pitches out to Essex Johnson. Result
Second
not
down.
as good. Only a 2-yard gain. Andrews on the stop. 2:35 left in the half. Ball on the Cincinnati 41. 2nd and 8. Anderson back to pass. Quick hitter to Trumpy.
3rd down.
The tight end. No yak after the catch. Only a 2-yard gain. It's now 3rd and 6. You got to run the route to pick up the first down here. Bowie's in the slot. Myers and Thomas out wide. Trumpy's at tight end. The lone back is Phillips. Will they run a draw? Anderson.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. They don't get the playoff. Once again, Cleveland 151 yards and 6 points. Cincinnati 56 total yards of offense. Here we go. A big 3rd and 6 for the Bengals on their 43. Anderson screen to Phillips. He will not get the first down. Great job of the Browns' front 7 battling through the screen blockers. It's 4th and 2. How do you do? Well, how do you do? It's Lewis to punt once again for the Bengals. Paul Brown incensed on the sideline. Lewis to punt. Brown setting up for the return. And there is no return. Good job. 37-yard punt, no return. Excellent coverage by the Cincinnati Bengals. Cleveland takes over with 1:14 left in the half. A 6-point lead as they're up 6-0. All 3 timeouts. Mike Phipps, the youngster, has managed the game. They don't want him to make mistakes, and he hasn't. He's under center. Morin's the tight end. Pitts and Hooker, your wideouts. Scott and Leroy Kelly, your split backs. First down. Phipps back to pass. He throws a quick out to Pitts.
Second down, out of bounds.
Picks up 4 yards and gets out of bounds. 2nd and 6 from the Cleveland 20. Brown, the lone setback. Richardson in the slot. Over the middle of Pitts. That's a first down. Gain of 7. Berge on the stop. Cleveland uses their first timeout. They have 2 left. Kelly, lone setback. Richardson stays in the slot. Phipps again going to throw. Phipps takes off. It's a good scramble.
Second down.
Picks up 8 yards. He felt the pocket collapsing and let his legs do the work. Cleveland uses... They're in the hurry-up, They are in the hurry-up. Phipps back to pass. He throws to the middle. Incomplete. He was going downfield to Pitts. Adams had good coverage for the Cincinnati Bengals. 37 seconds left. Cleveland has 2 timeouts. I probably would have called timeout instead and went to the hurry-up. They have it on their 35. Phipps in shotgun. Kelly next to him. Richardson and Hooker to one side. Pitts to the other. Morin's a tight end. Let's see if they can convert here. Phipps, delayed handoff to Kelly. Does not fool the Bengals. Kelly is hit at the line of scrimmage. Nearly decleated. It is 4th down. Cincinnati calls timeout. Concroft to punt. Cincinnati coming after it. They don't get there. Concroft gets it off. The return by Casanova, close to the 25. It's a 4-yard return on a 43-yard punt. The Bengals will start 1st and 10 on their 26. 26 seconds left in the half. They trail 6-0. The Bengals have 2 timeouts. Essex Johnson is in the backfield. He's an excellent receiver. Myers and Thomas, your wideouts. Bowie's in the slot. Don Trumpy's at tight end. Kenny Anderson throws... And that screen is blown up. Minus 2 yards. It went nowhere for Essex Johnson. Lindsey really did a great job there for the Browns. Cincinnati calls timeout. They have 1 left. Anderson back to pass. He throws. Incomplete.
3rd down.
I don't think Kenny Anderson's completed too many passes in this first half. It's been a stingy Browns defense. That brings up 3rd and 12. 11 seconds. Anderson's in shotgun. Bowie and Thomas to one side. Myers out wide to the other. Trumpy's at tight end. Essex Johnson. If Kenny Anderson has time, will they go deep to Essex Johnson? Johnson out of the backfield. They throw. Complete to Myers. 40, 45, 50, 45. And he is brought down in Browns territory. And frantically, Cincinnati calls timeout. 3 seconds left. Bengals with their best offensive play. 3 seconds left on the Cleveland 45. Anderson goes under center. This looks like it's going to be a Hail Mary. The 3 wideouts to one side. Bowie, Myers, and Watson. Thompson to the other side. Essex Johnson in the backfield. It's going to be a Hail Mary. Anderson's going to heave it up. He throws it deep. Touchdown! Holy cow! As the half runs out. Unbelievable. Anderson to Thomas for 45 yards and the Nestea plunge. We have a 6-6 ball game. And just like that, a half of dominance for the Cleveland Browns has now become a big frown. Here is the replay in slow motion. Kenny Anderson throws it as far as he could. He lofted high and deep. Somehow, Thomas gets behind the Cleveland defenders. Between two defenders for the touchdown. Unbelievable. As Tribes fan 879 says, boo! It is 6-6. 45 yards from Anderson to Thomas. 4 plays, 74 yards in 26 seconds. Until then, pretty much the Cincinnati offense was putrid. We have a 6-6 game. Extra point for the Bengals. Mullum will do the kicking. Carter to hold. And it is good.
It's good.
7-6 at the half. Cincinnati. Holy cow. With the couple of plays, the Bengals take the lead 7-6. Cleveland with 170 yards of total offense. The Bengals now 134. Let's look at the Cleveland stats real quick. Phipps, 9 of 16, 134 yards. Sacked twice. Did have a long pass of 33 yards. Cleveland's rushing game. Kelly, 9 for 19. Scott for 10. Brown, 3 for 13. Phipps, 1 scramble for 8 yards. Receiving. Pitts, 5 for 58. He's the leading receiver. Hooker, Scott, and Morin, and Leroy Kelly all have 1 reception. Leading tackler for the Browns is Lindsey. He has 5 tackles. Sumner has a sack. And Don Concroft has made 2 field goals. The long, 32. And I believe the other one was 26 yards. Now to Cincinnati, whose offense was god-awful until the last few plays of the first half. Kenny Anderson, 7 of 16, 102 yards, and a Hail Mary touchdown. He's been sacked once. Essex Johnson, 8 carries, 34 yards. Phillips, 3 for 9. Dressler, 1 for 3. Receiving, Thomas, 2 for 51, and the Hail Mary 45-yard touchdown pass. Myers, 2 for 47. Phillips, 2 for 4. Trumpy, 1 for 2. And Essex Johnson, 1 for -2. On defense, the leading tackler is the linebacker Avery. He has 8 tackles. White has a sack, as well as Adams. They've had Mullman made 1 extra point, and we'll just show you Lewis because he has punted 7 times. Back to the game we go. The start of the third quarter, 7-6 Cincinnati. Mullman will kick off for the Bengals. Cleveland now trails by 1. Mullman with the kickoff. It's going to be in the end zone, deep in the end zone, and Brown will take a knee. Mike Phipps under center. Split back Scott and Kelly. Hooker and Pitts, your wideouts. Morin's the tight end. Phipps gives it to Leroy Kelly. Kelly, stuffed in the middle, tries to bounce it outside. Knocked out of bounds, 1 yard loss. 2nd and 11. Single back is Leroy Kelly. Richardson in the slot now. Mike Phipps gives it to Kelly. Kelly again bounces to the outside. He'll get a minimal gain of 2 yards. Berge on the tackle. Cincinnati's defense has played well, and now they're revved up with that 1-point lead on the Hail Mary touchdown and point after conversion. 3rd and 9 for Cleveland. Again, they'll go single back Brown. Richardson in the slot. Ball's on their 21. Mike Phipps has to make a play here. He throws complete to Hooker, but he is brought down after 7 yards. It's 4th and 2, and Concroft will punt. Concroft gets the punt off. Cincinnati setting up the return. Passing over for his 25, takes it out close to the 30. Cincinnati takes over 1st and 10 on their 30. Staggered backfield of Dressler and Essex Johnson Thomas and Myers your wideouts. Trumpy at tight end. Kenny Anderson under center. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson. Johnson
Second
struggles
down.
to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Good job by the Cleveland defense. Again, staggered backfield, except Phillips is in the backfield. Essex Johnson goes out for a breather. Anderson throws to the out, complete to Myers.
3rd down.
Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Andrews on the coverage and the stop. 3rd and 5 for the Bengals on their 35. Essex Johnson is back in. Anderson in shotgun. Myers out wide to one side. Bowie and Thomas to the other. Don Trumpy is the tight end. Shotgun snap to Kenny Anderson. Anderson
Incomplete.
4th
down.
He was looking for Trumpy on the short hitch. Cleveland played a 3-deep zone. They reacted quite well to swallow up that play. And Lewis to punt once again. Punt number 8 for Lewis. Cleveland trails 7-6. They set for the return. Majors from the 20. Picks up 4 yards. Cleveland starts 1st and 10 on their 26. Split backs of Scott and Leroy Kelly. Hooker and Pitts your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. Mike Phipps under center. Phipps gives it to Kelly. An outside run.
2nd down.
And that's a loss of 1. Great read and react by the Bengals. White will be credited with the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 11 now for Cleveland. Phipps gives it to Scott. Scott, a
3rd
quick
down.
move and a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 8. 4 wide out set for the Browns. Staroba and Pitts to one side. Hooker and Richardson to the other. Leroy Kelly, the lone setback. Mike Phipps, the youngster, under center. He's got to make a play here. Phipps back to pass. Scrambling. And he's close.
1st down.
He's got it.
Injury.
Another 8-yard scramble for Mike Phipps. Again, doing it with his legs. And they move the chains. Leroy Kelly trying to make the block is going off the field. Brown comes in. They're looking at his ankle. Under 10 to play in the 3rd quarter. Cleveland sends out their 4 wide out set once again. Brown, the lone setback. Mike Phipps, who just scrambled for a 1st down with that 8-yard gain under center. Phipps pitches to Brown, and the Cincinnati Bengals roar like the Tigers they are. A 1-yard loss. White slams Brown on his head. 2nd and 11. Scott comes in. It's an I formation. Scott's the upback, Brown behind him. Pitts and Hooker your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. Mike Phipps assesses the situation. 4-3 set. 2-deep zone for the Browns. Phipps challenges the zone. He hits
3rd
Morin
down.
for 9. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Avery torpedoes Morin at the legs for the stop. A big 3rd and 2 for Cincinnati on the Cleveland 44. They have a 1-point lead. Split backfield for the Browns. Phipps gives it to Brown. A quick
1st
hitting
down.
handoff off tackle left. He picks up 4. They move the chains. I formation now for Cleveland. 1st and 10 on their 48. Scott's the upback. Brown behind him. They're still working on Kelly on the sideline. Quick hitter. Incomplete.
2nd down.
Phipps took 1 step back and fired to Hooker on a quick hitter. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Cincinnati with a 4-3. Looks like it's a man-to-man coverage there. Staggered backfield for the Browns of Scott and Brown. Phipps pitches to Scott. Scott, minimal gain to the outside.
3rd down. Out of
3-yard
bounds.
gain. Forced out by the Bengals defense. It'll be 3rd and 7 now. And once again, they're going to put it in the hands of Mike Phipps. You can see the 4 wide out set. Staroba and Pitts to the top. Hooker and Richardson to the bottom. The lone setback is Brown in for the injured Leroy Kelly. Phipps back to pass. Complete to
4th
Staroba.
down.
They needed 7. They only get 6 as Beauchamp lifted Staroba off his feet, denying him that extra yard that he so desperately needed. It is 4th and 1 on the Cincinnati 43. And the Browns will send out Concroft to try to pin the Bengals back. Tribes Fan 879 says, quick hitter to fair hooker, never good. And that's my one and only joke. There's so many jokes with that name, fair hooker. Good one, my friend. Good one, Tribes Fan. Here's Concroft to punt. 6:40 left in the third quarter. 7-6 Bengals. Concroft trying to pin Cincinnati deep, and he's gonna. Great punt!
Touchback.
Oh! Browns saying it went out at the 1. The Zebras say no. It's a touchback. Chris Anderson has joined us, hope all is well. Cincinnati with a 1-point lead. They have it 1st and 10 at their 20. Essex, Johnson, and Dressler in a split backfield. Myers and Thomas, your wideouts. Don Trumpy's the tight end. Kenny Anderson under center. 4-3 set, man-to-man coverage, it looks like, for the Browns. Anderson pitches to Essex Johnson. Johnson's going to pick up 4 yards, I believe.
Second down.
He gets 5. A nice spot. It's going to be 2nd and 5. He was forced out of bounds. So 2nd and 5 from the Cincinnati 25. I formation. Dressler the up back. Johnson behind him. Looks like a 4-3 set for the Browns. 2 deep zone. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson. Halfback pass. Complete the Trumpy. Gain of 9. Cincinnati pulling out all the stops. Here is the replay in slow motion. Halfback option pass. Essex Johnson takes the handoff. Trumpy runs the 9-yard out.
First down.
1st and 10 for Cincinnati. They're up 7-6 with 5:22 to play in the third quarter. Split backfield of Johnson and Dressler. Anderson under center. 4-3 set. Man-to-man coverage. Flag on the play. Anderson rolls. Complete to Myers. First down.
First down. Penalty.
Who's the penalty on? We shall find out. We have an injury update from the Cleveland bench. Leroy Kelly is available. Illegal procedure. Cincinnati. Cleveland accepts. That nullifies the first down toss. So instead of a first down for the Bengals, it's now 1st and 15. Anderson, another flag. Essex Johnson, pitch out.
Second down.
I think Cincinnati moved.
Penalty.
Only a gain of 1. Offsides, Cleveland. No, it's Cleveland who jumped. So it's 1st and 10 as they get those 5 yards back that they lost in the prior play. The lone setback is Essex Johnson. It is a 4 wide receiver set. Trips to one side, Bowie, Myers, and Watson. Thomas to the other. Kenny Anderson takes the snap. Looking, throws, incomplete. Looked like a short hitch. Cleveland was in a nickel. Man-to-man coverage. Good job by the Browns. 2nd and 10. 5:08 left in the third quarter. Bowie moves to the slot. Johnson's a lone setback. Anderson surveys the situation. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson. He's got the first down. He's close to midfield.
First down.
Essex Johnson on the off tackle right. Continued go to the outside as he beats the nickel run coverage 2 deep zone. 1st and 10 for the Bengals on their 49. 4:33 left in the third quarter. 4 wide receivers set. Thomas and Bowie to one side. Myers and Watson to the other. Phillips the lone setback, giving Essex Johnson a breather. Anderson pumps, throws, complete. Quick hitter to Myers. 5 yards. Andrews on the tackle for the Browns. 7-6 Cincinnati. 3:55 left in the third quarter. Bengals have it on the Cleveland 46. Browns are in a nickel. No, 4-3 set with the strong safety up close to the line. I formation for the Bengals. Anderson reverse to Myers. Myers turns the corner.
Third down.
He picks up 3. Brought down by Shirk of the Browns. It's going to be 3rd and 2. They run a little reverse. They would have liked more. They did get positive yards. So it's 3rd and 2. Essex Johnson and Dressler in the split backfield. Browns in short yardage here. Johnson up the middle.
4th down.
It's a loss of 1. The Browns come pouring through. Darden with the tackle. 4th and 3. What a job by the Cleveland defense there. And here comes Lewis with the tired leg to punt once again. With 2:43 left in the third quarter, we got a slobber knocker here in Cincinnati. The winner stays in the playoff hunt. It's 7-6 Cincinnati. This is week 13. One more week to go in our 1972 replay. Here's Lewis to punt. Gets the punt off. Oh! Did it go out of bounds? It did! What a punt by Lewis! Cleveland pinned back on their 1. And that is huge with 2:37 left in the third quarter. Mike Phipps and the Browns offense takes over 1st and 10 on their 1. As I take a sip of water. So Cleveland, down by 1, will have to go 99 yards for a touchdown or less for a field goal. Scott and Kelly, I formation in the backfield. Pitts and Hooker are your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. 3-4 man-to-man coverage for the Bengals. Casanova, the lone safety. Phipps gives it to Scott up the middle. A good, tough run by Scott. Picks up 6 yards to get him away from the goal line. It's going to be 2nd and 4. Berge on the tackle for Cincinnati. Split backfield now for the Browns. Phipps gives it to Leroy Kelly. He's got the first down.
1st down.
Kelly, a quick cut and then acceleration for 6. Casanova comes up from his free safety spot to make the tackle. 1:21 left in the third quarter. 7-6 Cincinnati. Browns have it 1st and 10 on their 13. Kelly goes out. Brown comes in. Richardson is in the slot. We have a 1 setback set. Phipps gives it to Brown. Brown off tackle. Counter right, actually. Picks up 4 yards. Berge on the stop again. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Scott and Kelly back in the split backfield now. Phipps gonna throw. Incomplete.
3rd down.
He was looking for Fair Hooker, who was well covered by Avery. 3rd and 6. Phipps goes to the shotgun. Kelly's next to him. Richardson and Hooker to one side. Pitts, the lone wide out to the other. Morin's the tight end. 3-4 for the Bengals. It looks like a 2-deep zone. Shotgun snap to Mike Phipps. Phipps pumps. Now he throws to the middle. Complete to Pitts.
1st down.
Gain of 14. That is a huge conversion for the Cleveland Browns, and their march continues. 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Browns down by 1. 1st and 10 on their 31. And that will end the third quarter. Browns with 239 yards of total offense. Cincinnati 175. Cincinnati has the lead on that Hail Mary just before the half. Back to the game we go with 15 more minutes of football. Playoff lives on the line for both the Browns and the Bengals. Cleveland, 1st and 10 on their 31. Kelly and Scott, your split backs. Pitts and Hooker, your wideouts. Morin's the tight end. Mike Phipps, the youngster, under center. Cincinnati looks like a 4-3 2-deep zone. It's an outside run to Kelly. Picks up some blocking, and he's going to get about 8.
2nd down. Out of bounds.
Knocked out of bounds on the pursuit by the Bengals. 2nd and 2. Again, a split backfield for the Browns. It's a give to Kelly. He's got the first down and more as he rumbles for another 8 yards. 2 carries, 16 yards for Kelly on the last 2 plays. Cleveland cooking with gas now. 1st and 10 on their 47. 13:52 left in the game. They trail by 1. Cincinnati in a 4-3 man-to-man coverage. Phipps throws, quick hitter
Incomplete.
to the out.
Second down.
Incomplete. Phipps was looking for Hooker. 2nd and 10. Cincinnati, 4-3. Man-to-man coverage. Hand off to Scott. Scott gets the outside. Knocked out of
Third
bounds.
down. Out of bounds.
Picks up 5 yards. Now bring up 3rd and 5 on the Cincinnati 48. Kelly and Scott are your backs. They are in the split formation. Pitts and Hooker are out wide. Morin is the tight end. Cincinnati in a 3-4. Casanova the free safety. Phipps looking to throw. It's a delayed handoff to Kelly's got the first down and more!
First down. Out of
As
bounds.
Kelly started in the middle, picks up the first down, heads to the out, knocked out of bounds. He picks up 11. Kelly has been in fuego on this drive. 1st and 10 for the Browns on the Cincinnati 37. Remember, this drive started on their 1. Split backfield once again for the Browns. 4-3 set. Looks like that defensive line is out wide. That middle is open. Berge, the middle linebacker, will have to try to plug it quick if it's a quick-hitting run play up the middle. Phipps is going to throw. He scrambles, and he is sacked. Oh, a horrible job by the youngster, Mike Phipps. The sack will be credited to White. It is a 13-yard loss. Here's the replay. Phipps really needed to get rid of this ball. He tried to make something happen. What he made happen was
Second down.
a horrible offensive decision. A sack and a loss of 13 yards. It will now be 2nd and 23. As the Browns go backwards, they're at midfield. Phipps gives it to Scott. Scott bounces to the outside. It was plugged
Third
up in the
down.
middle. He picks up 8. 3rd and 15. Cincinnati will give him that. So it's 3rd and 15. 7-6 Bengals. 11:32 left in the game. The Browns have it on the Bengals 42. Bengals in a 4-3 2-deep zone. Probably playing pass. Phipps is going to throw. Incomplete. So
Fourth
that
down.
sack really took him out of a beautiful drive. That will bring out Concroft to punt. And now he'll try to pin the Bengals back. The Bengals and Paul Brown on the sideline breathe a sigh of relief. It's 7-6 Cincinnati with 11:27 left in the game. Concroft to punt. Bengals come after it. He gets the coffin corner off. And it'll go out inside the 10. Good job by Don Concroft. So Cincinnati starts in the shadow of their own end zone. 1st and 10 on their 8. Kenny Anderson is the quarterback. Dressler and Johnson your split backs. Thomas and Myers your wideouts. Don Trumpy's the tight end. 4-3 set, and they are slid over the down 4 for the Bengals. It's a quick-hitting run to Essex Johnson, and he's going to pick
Second
up
down.
8. Tackled by Sumner. 2nd and 2 for the Bengals. I formation now. Dressler's the up back. Johnson behind him. Tight formation. Short yardage set. Essex Johnson
Third down.
only gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 2. The Browns defense has been up to the challenge. They've given up one horrific play, the Hail Mary, at the half. Thus the 7-6 lead for the Bengals. A big 3rd and 2 here. Split backfield set for the Bengals. Short yardage set for the Browns on defense. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson, and he
First
makes
down.
the first down run off tackle right. It was a good, tough run by Essex Johnson. He picks up 4. Clock going tick, tick, tick on the Browns season as they trail by 1 with under 10 to play. Cincinnati taking their time. Browns in a 4-3. They need a big play here. No turnovers so far in the game. Anderson gives it to Phillips. Phillips, a lot of room. He fumbled!
First down.
But he recovers it. Phillips recovers his own fumble. And Paul Brown breathes another sigh of relief. As we just said, there have been no turnovers. And boy, did we just give them the kiss of death almost. Clock's under 9 minutes now. Bengals with a 1-point lead. 1st and 10 on their 30. I formation for Cincinnati. Dressler the up back. Johnson behind him. 4-3 set for the Browns. Anderson gives it to Dressler.
Second down.
The up back gains 1 yard. Shirk makes the stop for the Browns. Actually, he loses a yard. So it's 2nd and 11. Staggered backfield now for Cincinnati. 4-3 set for the Browns. Anderson gives it to Essex Johnson. Johnson,
Third down. Injury.
off tackle left. We have an injury. Johnson picked up 4 yards. Lindsey on the tackle. And Essex Johnson really took a hard hit there. He's coming off the field. Phillips will come in at halfback. It is now 3rd and 7. The Golden Eagle 99 is here. Hope all is well. Happy Halloween. A big 3rd and 7 with 7:38 left in the game. The winner stays in the playoff hunt. The loser is pretty much done, unless there's some bizarro 3-way tie, literally with a tie. 3rd and 7. Anderson's going to throw. Complete, but it's short.
Down.
5-yard reception for Thomas. Davis lifted him up off his feet and drove him to the turf. 4th and 2. The Browns defense holds once again. If you're just joining us, the Browns had 1 lapse on defense. A Hail Mary at the half. Anderson to Thomas for, I think it was 45 yards. Mullman with the extra point, and that's how we stand 7-6. Cleveland has 2 Don Concroft field goals. Lewis to punt. Will the Browns come after him? They do, but they don't get there. Browns set up for the return. Darden takes it out to the 25. So Cleveland down by 1, 6:54 left in the game. They will have it 1st and 10 on their 25. They put the ball in the hands of the youngster Mike Phipps. A big burden on Phipps's shoulders. 4 wide out set. Staroba and Pitts to one side. Richardson and Hooker to the other. Leroy Kelly in the backfield. Looks like a 4-3 2-deep zone for the Bengals. Phipps gives it to Kelly. Kelly up the middle. 1st down and more.
1st down.
A quick hitting trap play out of shotgun. Is that out of shotgun? No. Anyway, picks up 12. 6:18 left in the game. Staggered backfield now is Scott and Kelly. 4-3 set for the Bengals on defense. Phipps, pitch out to Kelly. Kelly
Fumbles. 2nd down.
But it goes out of bounds. Cleveland will maintain possession. It was a 3-yard gain as the Browns sideline breathes a sigh of relief. Essex Johnson is available for Cincinnati. 2nd and 7 from the Cleveland 40. 5:40 left in the game. Brown and Scott in your split backfield for the Browns. 4-3 set. Looks like man-to-man coverage for Cincinnati. Phipps gives it to Scott. Scott tries to bounce it to the outside.
3rd down.
He'll pick up 2. Chomziak on the stop. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Browns. Trips to one side. Richardson, Pitts, and Starboa. Hooker, the lone wide out to the other. Leroy Kelly is the lone setback. 3rd and 5 from the Cleveland 42. 2 deep zone for the Browns. Looks like a 4-3. Actually, it's a nickel set for Cincinnati. Phipps throws incomplete.
4th down.
Running the out at the 1st down marker was Hooker. Let's watch that over in slow motion. Phipps
Incomplete.
a little behind
4th down.
Hooker. And here comes the punt team once again for Cleveland. So Cincinnati will get the ball with 5 minutes to run out. They're up 7-6. Concroft to punt. Cincinnati comes after it. That was dangerous. They don't hit the kicker, though. From the 10 goes Parrish. 20. 9-yard return on the 47-yard punt by Don Concroft. Jake Cruz is here. Hope all is well. So Cincinnati, with 4:53 to play, looking to run this clock out. They have a 7-6 lead. They want to go to the final week, week 14, with an 8-5 record and still in that playoff hunt with the Baltimore Colts. I formation, Dressler the up back, Johnson behind him. 4-3 set for the Browns. Why they're playing a 2-deep zone, I don't know. It's a reverse to Thomas. He's got some running room. And boy, quickly closing and making the tackle for the Browns is Garlington. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. Just over 4 minutes to play. The lone back is Johnson. Johnson gets a carry. Essex Johnson, first down.
First down.
Great
Injury.
job on the off tackle right. Tackled by Jackson. They move the chains, and there's an injury. It's Drew Bowie is down for Cincinnati. Clock going tick, tick, tick on the Browns season. Phillips the lone setback. Peterson's in the slot. If I'm Cincinnati, I don't throw this ball. It's a pitch out to Phillips. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good job by Briggs and the front 7 of the Cleveland Browns. 3:02 left in the game. Browns have all 3 timeouts. They better start using them. Anderson and the Bengals take their time. They go to the line of scrimmage. Anderson pitches out to Essex Johnson. Johnson, a quick cut. Then he goes back to the middle. He picks up 3 yards. Lindsey on the tackle. 3rd and 7, and Cleveland uses their first timeout with 2:56 to play in the game. So a 3rd and 7. Cincinnati wants to pick it up here. Anderson's in shotgun. Essex Johnson, the lone back next to him. Thomas and Peterson wideouts to one side. Myers, the lone wideout to the other. Trumpy's the tight end. 3-4 set man-to-man coverage. For the Browns, this is a huge play here. 7-6 Bengals, shotgun snap. Anderson, delayed handoff. Essex Johnson is close.
First down.
And he's got it. What a play. Essex Johnson on the draw. Here is the replay in slow motion. Cleveland badly fooled. They quickly closed on Johnson, but Johnson lowered his shoulder, picked up that last yard that he needed. And the first down. Cleveland uses their second timeout. I formation now for the Bengals as they look to run out the clock. Essex Johnson again on the carry. The counter right. No gain. Cleveland uses their last timeout. The only timeout left is the 2-minute warning. Split backfield for Cincinnati. Cleveland trying for a turnover here. It's an all-out blitz. And why is Kenny Anderson throwing the ball? Holy cow, clock stops. It's now 3rd and 10. You could have ran it down to the 2-minute warning, but I guess you're only up 1. You do want to pick up the first down, obviously. And now a 3rd and 10. 7-6, Cincinnati, 2:40 left in the game. Cleveland has no timeouts left. Cincinnati has trips to one side, Watson, Myers, and Peterson. Thomas, the lone wideout, to the other. Essex Johnson in the backfield. Kenny Anderson under center. Anderson back to pass. Big play. Throws to the out. Complete to Peterson. They needed 10. They got 3. Davis with the quick hit. 4th and 7. Lewis will punt once again. The Browns will get it with just under 2 to play after this punt, I do believe. Lewis trying to get a good boot out. And he does. Towards the sideline. Darden, 20. No, he does not make the 25. 39-yard punt by Lewis. 7-yard return by Darden. 2 minutes to go. Actually, it'll probably be just under 2 minutes. So with 1:55 to play, Cleveland needs to get in Don Concraft field goal range. If Don Concraft makes his 3rd field goal, Cleveland will win 9-7. And still have hopes of making the playoffs as they're battling it out with the Baltimore Colts with 1 week to play. But they have to get in field goal range. Leroy Kelly's your lone setback. Richardson's in the slot. Pitts and Hooker are your wideouts. Morin's a tight end. Phipps is under center. It looks like a 3-4 man-to-man coverage for the Cincinnati Bengals. Phipps gives it to Kelly.
2nd down.
Minimal gain of 2 on the counter left. That was not a bueno play call. Cleveland quickly rushes to the line of scrimmage. Phipps back to pass. And he scrambles as the pocket
Third down.
collapses. He only picks up 2. The Bengals coming after him like the Bengal Tigers they are. And Bowie, the wide receiver, is available, but Cincinnati does not want to come back on offense. Cleveland in the hurry-up. It is 3rd and 6. Phipps goes to shotgun. Hooker and Richardson to one side, Pitts to the other. Kelly the lone setback, and Morin's a tight end. Here comes the all-out blitz, and Phipps is blindsided by Casanova on the safety blitz. Casanova makes Phipps kiss the turf. Here is the replay in slow motion. Casanova from the corner. Bada bing, bada boom.
4th down.
You have just been touched by Paul Casanova. Cleveland rushes to the line of scrimmage. This is it. 4th and 13. Shotgun for Phipps. Phipps throws. Incomplete. Off the hands of Leroy Kelly, who escaped out of the backfield. Casanova, who just made the sack, was on the coverage. Unbelievable. Cincinnati celebrating. Victory formation. Anderson takes a knee. This clock's going tick, tick, tick on the Browns season. And that's it, folks. Penalty. I think the Browns jumped. Illegal procedure. Cincinnati. Cleveland declines. The clock does stop. It's 3rd and 14 on the Cleveland 25. Anderson takes a knee. That's it, folks. Ball game over. In a slobber knocker in Cincinnati, the Browns get 2 Concroft field goals. The Bengals get 1 miracle Hail Mary before the half and an extra point. The Bengals win 7-6. They are now 8-5. Cleveland drops to 7-6. In a tight struggle, Cincinnati squeaks by Cleveland. Let's go to the highlights. The first field goal, 22 yards by Don Concroft. 3-0 Cleveland.
It's good.
Then the second field goal in the second quarter made it 6-0 Cleveland. Cincinnati was offsides.
It's good.
Penalty was declined. 6-0. That stood up. Cincinnati made 1 offensive play pretty much all game. And this is it. With no time left in the first half, Kenny Henderson, he heaved it up high and deep towards the end zone. To Thomas. Kenny Anderson threw it as far as he could. Boom! Air raid!
Touchdown.
That is a Hail Mary, 45-yard touchdown. Extra point good, 7-6. And that's all, folks. Cleveland's last gasp on 4th and 13. Mike Phipps throws to the middle. Casanova just sacked him on the coverage, tips the ball away as they were looking for Kelly out of the backfield. So Cincinnati survives 7-6. They're now 8-5. Cleveland is 7-6. Quickly to the stats. 280 yards total offense for Cleveland, 223 for Cincinnati. Time of possession in favor of Cleveland. Again, Cincinnati made 1 offensive play, but that 1 play was good enough, as both defenses were on point. To Cleveland stats now. Let's start with the passing. Mike Phipps, 13 of 26, 50%, 170 yards. No picks, no touchdowns. He was sacked 4 times. Rushing for Cleveland, Leroy Kelly, 19 for 69. He fumbled once, but he went out of bounds. Scott, 37 on 10 carries. Brown, 6 carries, 20 yards. And Mike Phipps, 3 scrambles, 8 yards. Receiving for the Browns, leading receiver was Pitts, 6 for 72. Hooker, 2 for 40. Morin, 2 for 28. Scott, 1 for 20. Staroba, 1 for 6. Kelly, out of the backfield, 1 for 4. Defense, leading tackler was Lindsey with 8 tackles. Sumner had a sack. Kicking game, Don Concroft was 2 for 2. His long field goal was 32 yards. That's how the Browns got their 6 points. Cincinnati, Kenny Anderson was 11 for 23, 120 yards, but the big one was the Hail Mary touchdown at the half to Thomas for 45 yards. Essex Johnson 1 for 1 and a halfback option pass to Trumpy. Essex Johnson 20 carries, 85 tough yards. Phillips 5 for 19, Kenny Anderson 3 for -6, Dressler 2 for 2, Thomas 1 for 5, and on a wide receiver, they did 2 reverses actually. Thomas 1 for 5 and Myers 1 for 3. Receiving, Myers 4 for 57. His long was 31 yards. Thomas 3 for 56. The touchdown Hail Mary at the end of the half. Trumpy 2 for 11. Phillips 1 for 4. Peterson 1 for 3. Essex Johnson 1 for -2. Total offense we don't need. Defense only gave up 2 field goals, and they sacked Mike Phipps 4 times. White had 2 sacks and 7 tackles. Avery had 10 tackles. Berge had 14. Adams had a sack, and so did Casanova, and that big deflection at the end of the game. Kicking, Molman had an extra point. Punting, Lewis punted 11 times. Cleveland punted 9 times, Don Concroft. So there you have it, folks. Cincinnati wins, and they stay in. They're now 8-5 with the 7-6 victory. Cleveland again drops to 7-6. Our last game of the week will be the Giants battling for their playoffs lives at 8-4 against the Miami Dolphins 11-1. So join us for that one sometime in the near future. Thank you to everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. Health and happiness. Happy Halloween. God bless. Stay safe. Be smart. The Browns lose to Cincinnati 7-6. You know what's coming, folks. Peace!